Hey, what's going on? This your boy Jay Sewell. All right, man. Earlier this morning, man, I put out a video where I was talking about, Triple G and fairness in boxing. So, this video is basically to the fans, to the, you know, decavs, the racists, and just blatantly buffoonic idiots in boxing. The double standards. See, this one is out to the so-called boxing fans. That only have negative shit to say about pretty much black boxers. See, me, like I say, I try to be as fair as possible. See, this is my thing. You guys criticize Gary Russell Jr. for years for fighting not good competition, which rightfully so. Gary Russell should have been criticized. I like Gary Russell Jr., but I have to admit, his level of competition wasn't that good. Then, okay, Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz hasn't fought anybody of significance until he beat Abner Mares. Now, Vasil Lomachenko, like the guy, actually love the guy. The guy is a very skillful fighter. But if you look at the last two guys he's fought, who are they? But then you criticize Andre Ward for wanting to take a tune-up fight and made fun of him when the Nevada State Athletic Commission wouldn't let him fight the first guy. Okay, everybody was making fun of him about that, which we all knew behind the scenes it didn't have nothing to do with it being a mismatch. It was some personal shit. So, you know, then you guys turn around, you criticize Deontay Wilder. Oh, he's fighting nothing but bums and the guys are not that good. But then, like I said, Triple G, you give him praise for fighting pretty much average guys. This one is to you fans, man. You guys, it got to be some balance, man. If you gonna criticize one guy, you got to criticize everybody. Don't just pick and choose. Oh, I'm gonna just get on this dude. You know. Now, as far as Sergey Kovalov goes, Sergey Kovalov is fighting the toughest guys that's out there. Now, unfortunately, the Beterbiev fight couldn't get made. I think it'll get made eventually somewhere down the line. Because I just don't think Kathy Duba won't work with Al Heyman. I think Kathy Dubas, she's a okay lady, but sometimes she has the tendency to talk a little too much too. Like I'd rather see promoters talk from behind the scenes instead of always being on camera. I just don't like that kind of stuff. But what I'm saying is, it need to be some fairness, man. And I noticed that every time I look around, people love to critique black fighters competition and say, "Oh, this guy's not that good. He's not that good." Anything to demean a black fighter, and this goes on too much. But then you'll turn around and say, "Oh, that's because, with Lomachenko, nobody wants to fight him. Nobody wants. Everybody's ducking him." And you say the same thing about Triple G. Do I believe that Peter Quillen is ducking Gennady Golovkin? Yeah, I believe it's something to it. But what about Lara? He's not ducking him. He's called out Triple G on several occasions. Demetrius Andre has said he'll fight Triple G. But you don't hear people talk about that. And as you know, Andre Ward famously has called out Triple G. But people get mad. Because you fans got to be called on your bullshit. You'll turn around just like you'll turn around and say, "Oh, Floyd career, is overrated." Bullshit. Nobody fought more Hall of Famers than Floyd Mayweather. You'll turn around and say Floyd ducked one dude, ducked one guy, but then I can name a shrew. I mean, I can name a flock of people who Manny Pacquiao didn't want to get in the ring with. That's what I mean. You got to have some consistency. You'll say Floyd ducked Margarito, which he didn't. But then when I say that Manny blatantly ducked Zahir Rahim, which he did, oh, that's because he wanted to get a rematch with Eric Morales. He wanted to fight Eric Morales again. But Zahir Rahim had beat Eric Morales. Okay. That's all I'm saying. It's just a lot of inconsistencies with you fans. You just, I just noticed on Fight Hype and particularly YouTube, people got it bad about just trying to diminish a lot of these black fighters' accomplishments. And it is what it is, man. Like I said, it is what it is, man. I see it with my own eyes. I see it just like you got this idiot, sitting up saying that Wilder is ducking Povetkin, but Povetkin's team is the one that said they not ready for the fight. So people don't want to talk about that. Like I said, a lot of these people be telling these half-ass stories on their channel. Where me, I try to keep it real. I think the fight will eventually happen. So it's really nothing to talk about. Like I said, once again, as far as Ward and Triple G went, it could have happened. The fight should have happened. It still could happen. But what's the face? Nam's camp went out of the way to be difficult. So, all I'm saying is to the fans, man, y'all gotta keep this shit fair, man. Y'all can't just sit up there and get on one guy, but then not talk about the other guy. I'm sorry, the last two guys Lomachenko fought, they were pretty much bums. I don't even remember the guy's name he just fought. I don't even remember the other guy he just fought. The last high profile fight that Lomachenko had was Gary Russell Jr. And it's really that simple. But yet everybody is praising him. HBO praising him. And we already know why that is. This is the reason why a lot of people, and including me, are disgusted with guys like Jim Lampley. And why we think that he's a racist. And why he needs to be removed. I'm not even about just pushing black fighters. I'm about pushing American fighters, period. Just good fighters, man. They don't have to necessarily be black. If Jim Lampley loved Eastern European fighters so much, then maybe he need to move to Russia and broadcast just strictly fighters that fight out of Russia. Or maybe he just need to move out to the United States. You want to give anybody that's non-black praise, but you just make it look like guys like Crawford are just average. I don't like this imbalance and shit. I don't like it with the fans. And yes, I'm calling you fans out. Look, I go to these other channels, man, and I see what a lot of you motherfuckers write. One thing about me, man, I'm consistent, man. I don't flip-flop. I don't change my story, man. And I see a lot of these fake-ass boxing channels. 1 minute you like a guy, 1 minute you don't. I mean, you got to stay consistent. If you support this guy, you support him. Now, when he do something, you possibly criticize him. But when you 1 minute saying the dude is a beast, then the next minute you saying he ain't shit, you come across as a clown. And you kind of expose yourself for not being authentic, where I am. If y'all look at my videos, they consistent. And I'm going to stay consistent. Because I'm not going to flip-flop. I'm not going to change my tune. The shit that I say, I mean it. I mean every motherfucking word I said about Stephen A. Smith. I meant every motherfucking word I said about Ronda Rousey. I meant every word that I say about Triple G. I mean every fucking thing I say about Pacquiao. I mean everything I say about Floyd. Not finna flip-flop. Now, like I said, I was honest enough to admit that the Berto fight was bullshit. Yeah, Floyd could have fought somebody else, man. But I felt that he earned the right. Hey, he fought the guy that y'all said could beat him, which I never believed Pacquiao could beat him, but he fought him. And as far as him not fighting Amir Khan, nobody cares about Amir Khan, because Amir Khan, the more he opens his mouth, the more he makes himself out to be a joke. If he would just shut up and be quiet, then maybe some good things would go his way. But as long as he continue to act like he's the chosen one and that everybody owe his ass something, and I don't care who watching this video, I don't care if you American fans get pissed off, I don't care. You know, long as he keeps opening his mouth, he gonna fuck himself. Get your ass in the ring, man, and start fighting and stop talking. But see, I'm consistent with that, man. I'm consistent with these motherfuckers, man. I'm not gonna change my tune. And that's how you gotta be. Cause I don't wanna say no names on people who be constantly flip-flopping from channel to channel. They come on my channel and they act like they agree with me, then the anti this guy channels they'll go on his channel and agree with him. I don't like that two-faced ass shit, man. Be consistent, man. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out, man. You motherfucking fans need to be fair, man. You know, and stop being inconsistent, man. You gonna talk about one guy but not the other. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I don't want to hear nothing about somebody's personal life, or that ain't got nothing to do with their boxing skills. I know how to separate the two. And maybe you motherfuckers need to try to do that for yourself too. What they do in the ring ain't got shit to do with what they do outside the ring. And by the way, that's the next video that's coming. Other boxers besides Floyd that had issues outside the ring. I'm out.